Hello, all. It's Raven Renee again. I'm here to persuade my classmates that the sale of human organs should be legalized. Many of us have seen or heard of organ transplants via television, real life scenarios, and etc. But do we truly understand the process that patients have to go through in order to receive an organ transplant? No. Back in 2010, my best friend's father, George, had received a kidney transplant. And guess who donated their kidney? Me. After years of George waiting on dialysis, he was finally able to live a full and meaningful life. So, why isn't the sale of human organs legalized? Sure, it sounds primal and savage, and it's a taboo subject, but think of how many lives will be saved in the process. By selling human organs, patients will have less waiting time, the donor could receive compensation, and patients will live a longer and meaningful life. Time is very precious and critical to patients in the end stages of organ failure. The entire process is a waiting game. Sadly to say, these patients are either waiting for a transplant or they're waiting to die. That's basically what it comes down to. 123,000 men, women, and children are currently on that list. This is I'm only talking about America, so you can imagine how big it is for the world, but in America, 123,000 men, women, and children are waiting on that list. Enough people are waiting for an organ to fill a large football stadium twice over, so you can imagine how many people that is. Every 12 minutes, another name is added to that list. And on average, 21 people die every day due to lack of organs available. That's a shame. There wouldn't be lack of available organs if Americans were allowed to sell their organs. Think about it, just like abortion, your body, your choice. So why isn't it the same for your organs? If it's your body, you should be allowed to sell any organ you want. It's your body, it's your choice, right? Recipients should get compensation for their organ donation because, for one, the cost of living is high. Life happens, bills happen. I mean, it's expensive to live. Gas prices are going up, minimum wage going up, the cost of milk going up. Does everyone remember when milk was like $1.50? You could buy a gallon of milk for $1.50. Everything is going up. So think of the bills you could pay, the car notes you could pay off with a kidney, with donating or giving your kidney. That's a lot of money. I want to go back to 2010, okay? When I had two perfectly good kidneys and I could sell my kidney for the price of, I don't know, 300,000. I just want to go back in time. I'm just joking. But just think of the amount of bills that I could have paid off with the sale of my kidney. Or you know what? I could actually sell my liver. Your liver grows back. Nowadays, they just cut your liver in half. They give it to the patient and the liver grows. So it's not too late for me. But anyways, with you giving your organ, you possibly add 10 more years to that person's life. Amazing, right? Giving a person the gift of living a longer, meaningful life is priceless. You can't put a price on that. And the patient is living with a purpose. If you're, waiting for a kidney transplant or a liver transplant, you're going to, the doctor at least 3 times a week. Or, you have numerous doctor, visits. A person waiting for a kidney transplant is definitely on dialysis. And they're going to going to, let's say, DaVita or wherever they go. They're going there 3 times a week. for 2.5 to 4 hours. So that's typically 32 hours a month. That takes a big chunk out of your life. And it's difficult to live life when you're constantly hooked up to a machine. So can you imagine working and then going to the dialysis, 32 hours a month and taking care of your children full time? That takes a lot of energy out of you. You can't really live life to the fullest if you're constantly visiting doctors or on dialysis. You know what I mean? So now ask yourself, how many Americans must die on the waiting list for a transplant? By selling human organs, patients will have less waiting time, the donors could receive compensation, and patients will have the chance to live a longer and meaningful life. Plasma donors, sperm and egg donors, and surrogate mothers all receive compensation, but it's illegal to sell a human organ? That doesn't make any sense. If you think about it, egg and sperm donors and surrogate mothers, they give the gift of life to a couple that can't, have a child. They allow that family or, that couple to be a family, to raise a family, to have, beautiful children and have the American dream. And if you think about it, a kidney donor, or a liver donor or a heart donor or whatever, they're giving a person, a chance to live life again or to basically start over again. They're giving someone that gift of life as well. So we're now in 2016 and it's still illegal to sell a human organ. That just doesn't make sense. Anyways, everybody, thank you so much for listening to me. Have a great night. Bye.